This is it, boys, the mid-season madness. None of these teams have won a real tournament before at Florida, so one lucky fan base is going to experience winning for the first time. There may be no bad teams here, but there are no perfect teams either, so let the hating begin. The Florida Mayhem barely squeaked into the tournament after doing a moderate to severe amount of trolling in the knockouts. Their biggest enemy truly is themselves. At this point, they don't lack strategy or talent or anything like that. They just can't keep it together long enough to be great. Things should be good. They're at the forefront of the Moira Rush comp, they have great flexibility across the roster, and star talent to go with it. What is the problem? Why are they always blowing leads and curling up into a ball against the likes of the fucking gladiators? Someone is still a World Star level player, and his aggression is the source of literally everything that makes Florida good. But sometimes he gets in his own head, hesitates, and the whole team crumbles. Chorong, however, has the opposite problem. Inside him, there are two wolves. One of them is the GOAT, cooks a 5-course meal for the team daily, and does everyone's taxes, while the other one bashes in 1v9 because he got bored. The DPS line can also just take over games if they choose to. Checkmate on the last day of the knockouts was a different breed, and you just don't want to mess with Merit when he goes to the casino. The sad part about this team is that other than RuPaul, these players are inconsistent, and I don't trust all of them to be fully there long enough to actually go the distance. This is not a Mickey Mouse preschool tournament. This is the real deal, and flashes of brilliance aren't enough to get wins. The Boston Uprising are a very dangerous team right now. They have a lot going for them. In particular, the backline is on something else. Twilight's in the running for best Ana right now. He's consistently hitting huge nades every fight like I've never seen before. He doesn't wait on a flank until Overwatch 3 or sacrifice positioning to the extent of Shu, but he's still taking more initiative than Fielder would to set up the fight, making him a perfect medium between the two. Then Izayaki gives them an X factor when they want that Kiriko or Zenyatta difference maker, and Lee Jae Gon is one of the best, most active Briggs in the game at the cost of dedicating at least one fight to feed Jae Gon once a map. On DPS, you have Decay playing like a man possessed on Tracer, hungry to win something now that he has a real chance to, alongside Birdring playing a very respectable Sombra. As for the tanks, I'll finally let go of the Kaleo slander. For what his job is on Diva, he's doing it better than most. And of course, Smurf has a world-class Winston. There is one small problem though. These guys have no fucking clue how to play Rush. Zero ideas, no thoughts, head completely empty, nothing but white noise. They'd rather play Kalios on Rhine and Diva on Shambali instead of Ramatra. It's that bad. How is it that bad? They unironically bring out the Bastion as a default game plan like your little cousin in Quick Play. The Hangzhou Spark were robbed of the better seed because Owl doesn't know how to read their own rules, and now they aren't going to LAN either. They're staying home nice and cozy in bed, which is great news. Now they don't have to bother coming all the way down to Korea just to be sent home immediately. On the DL, this could be better for them because they don't have to deal with the pressure of being on stage, and they get to play from the comfort of their own setups. But if you lose to the Spark, that is a skill gap by the definition of the term, so cope harder. Hangzhou have smartened up in the last few weeks and let Shy carry on Hanzo a bit without abandoning Sombra entirely. And yeah, that's about all they needed to do to make it this far. Ushui, Leave, and Shy popping off individually is enough to make any match competitive, but everything else just isn't quite up to snuff. Compared to the teams left standing, this backline is tragic, the synergy isn't anything special, and off of Winston comps, the Spark just are not a real team. 20 might be the worst player in the entire bracket, so if you get an off-tank map, just write that one off. And when they play a Rush Mirror, it's like a head-on collision between a 2006 Honda Civic and a semi-truck. They need an MVP performance from 3 different players to go on a deep run, and even then, it's up in the air. The Houston Outlaws are generally thought of as a team to stand up to Atlanta, But is that even real? Are Pelican and Happy really the guys to go toe-to-toe with Lip and Stalker? Forget Atlanta. Are Pelican and Happy favored on Sombra Tracer against any team in this tournament except for Soul? Now, normally there's no reason to worry about the Houston DPS, but now it's game time. Is it up there, Steve? I need to know. Showing steady improvement doesn't mean anything. This is what the improvement was meant for. Besides that, they're also another team that doesn't favor the rush comp, so they're fairly predictable outside of Violet's pick and the occasional Pelican Echo. Do not get me wrong, of course Houston have things to be excited about. Shu and Violet is like bringing a knife, AK, and tear gas to the gunfight. They can do it all, and the flexibility of Violet having the best Kiriko on him and a good brig is crucial to any success Houston has. Fearless, on the other hand, is like bringing a nuclear bomb to the gunfight. He will play Winston, he will primal you to dust, you will lose. Maybe we'll see more of the Doomfist look they flash, but either way, he is pounding. And even if this DPS line isn't winning you matches, they're not going to lose them either. They're going to compete. The Soul Infernal will defend the East's honor and show that they can compete as a region. Woohoo! Let's go! Mag will become not just the dawn of APAC, but the world. Skewed will finally be tested against other human flex supports for the first time this year, and his student versus master face-off with Shu will be legendary. NA Andes will be flabbergasted that MN3 has an infinite supply of luck that he can use at will. You have Zest coming off his best weekend of the season, so he's either heating up or Dallas were just awful. Your choice. And finally, Fixa is the first successful human calculator hybrid, and NA has never seen a man run numbers like him. Here's the thing, even after weaseling their way into a bye and being the only team now with home field advantage, things maybe aren't all of that. MN3's Sombra is not inspirational, and Soul are the worst Sombra team in this tournament by a decent margin. Skewed will look less godlike when he isn't playing against hard AI, and Mag will be unable to cheese on the wrecking wheel in any capacity against teams with a half-decent Sombra, which is everyone. The Infernal are a wild card. We don't know APAC's power level, and they have very different strengths and weaknesses from every other team in the bracket. While their Rush and Winston Hanzo comps should be among the best, the Sombra is dubious, and Mag on off-tank will be an instant map loss. The Atlanta Reign are the team to beat. There is no way around it. They have a bounty on their head. Lip is, in all seriousness, every single Sombra player's father. Every night, I guarantee you, the Sombra player on each team is huddled around their exclusive replay viewer, looking at where Lip is placing his translocator, what off angles he's playing, all of it. And you know what that means? Lip understands what the enemy Sombra is attempting to do at all times, because the realest motherfucker he knows is himself. Lip is not the whole team though. He's just the beginning. Stalker has proven to be a role star level tracer and May. Chio and Fielder continue to be the best backline in the business, and they aren't playing textbook Overwatch anymore. At this point, they are the authors of a comprehensive guide to Overwatch version 6.4. available for $1,500 at a location near you, and Hawk has been out of the spotlight just because of the star talent around him. But make no mistake, he's been a beast and is very easily the best tank player not on Winston in this tournament. The only things that could be exploited is Donghack's Winston being a non-factor and their preference to never play Kiriko at all whatsoever. If a team has a coked out monkey and an insane Kiri, which a couple teams do have, maybe these cracks in the armor turn into holes entirely. But even then, it's still map dependent, so good luck. If Atlanta do not win this tournament, it means two things. One, Gator is in the running for largest fraud in OWL history, and two, Donghack is uncarryable and mid at best. You know what? Even if they do win, you can still claim that. Fuck it, who cares? This tournament better be amazing, because if it isn't, this season's capital D dog shit structure will look even worse. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more Overwatch League content, and maybe join the Discord linked in the description below. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.